Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer, a special episode because we're in a special location, one of my favorite rock formations in all of Pennsylvania, and perhaps one of the most spectacular Bilger's rocks. As we look around the grounds, it looks like this has grown significantly since we were last here. I see a stage up in the distance, a concession stand, camping is available, a pavilion with looks like restrooms and a playground. Wow, there's a lot going on here, but really the main attraction are the tremendous rocks. When you're talking about rock formations in Pennsylvania, after you visit Bilger's rocks, in my opinion, that then becomes the gold standard. You'll really measure every formation that in the context of Bilger's rocks, because this is like what Ricketts Glen is to waterfalls, Bilger's rocks is to rock formations. There are a number of trails that you can take. There is one that leads back there, but let's go to the main entrance and, well, you can see for yourself. Bilger's Rocks is privately owned but open to the public, and the reason we love Bilger's Rocks so much is immediately apparent. It is a 3D maze of gigantic boulders. You can spend hours navigating through narrow crevices. There's a trail that leads to the top of the rocks. We're choosing to start down here at the bottom. We'll need to be careful today because we've just experienced a little bit of snow and that's melting. It's now rain, so the rocks are a little bit slippery, but look at that. It's like a city made out of boulders. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Near the entrance to Bilger's Rocks, you can see this relief carved in stone. It's a carving of the globe with the text, "The world is looking to us," carved by a man named John Larson, a coal miner and noted local artist for his stone carving and sculpture. And there's an informational sign that you can read about John Larson when you visit. Part of the fun of Bilger's Rocks is the surreal nature of the place. It feels like we've entered into a fantasy world, and there are many paths to explore, caves and crevices all over the place, and that's part of the fun of it. It's like navigating through a labyrinth, figuring out which way to go, what leads where, and we've actually entered into what looks like a large chamber. We are surrounded on all sides by gigantic boulders. It looks like a dead end, but there are some narrow crevices. It looks like that opens up. Let's explore and see what's through here. And this is part of the magic that we love about Bilger's Rocks. We are just barely sliding through this crevice. There's another crevice that leads over there. This is such a tremendous adventure. It looks like this leads up to the top of the rocks, but before we go up there, let's explore more through the bottom. You can climb up through there, or we'll just crouch and pass through here. Very narrow through there. Oh, and we can come right. So we just made a loop through the rocks. Doesn't this make you want to just stop what you're doing right now and come explore? And here we are back out to the chamber. Let's see where these crevices go. Okay, that leads out to the perimeter. Oh, here's another crevice to explore. Crouch through. Oh, and yet another. This is like a subterranean maze, not quite subterranean, but because we can still see the sky and the light above us, but truly amazing. Passing through these narrow fissures, just wondering where they go. tight squeeze. And yet another passage. We've done a lot of exploring through Pennsylvania. We love rock formations, and we've been to many of them. Here's another pathway to the top, and unfortunately we have some sun glare through there. Okay, we'll remember that. Another pathway to get to the top of the rocks, but before we go, let's go explore some more of these fissures. I remember there was one over here to the left. Okay. Amazing. Being careful of our footing. Crouch a little bit. And this one, it's nope, not quite a dead end. We can slide through here. Oh, and here it takes us out to another section of the rocks. So that, I mean, I'm not claustrophobic. I don't like being like in really tight squeezes, but passing through those really didn't bother us at all. So unless you have some claustrophobia, it's just a thrilling experience, not uncomfortable, but wow. And we enter another section of the rocks. Look at that those amazing formations, accented by the verdant moss. What a truly amazing place, and it looks like another crevice back in there even to explore. Well, that passes through to another section of the rocks. Wow, this really is, this is better than any kind of theme park or anything like that, any kind of amusement park. This is just a natural wonder. Yet another chamber of boulders, and look at these trees, the roots snake-like over the rocks. We're absolutely loving these rock crevices. Taking a look up, you can see the top of the rocks above us, so it's maybe 20-25 feet deep into the rocks here. Here's another crevice leading to another chamber to the left. We'll come back out here, slide through to the right, and we'll come back out into, I'm sure, another chamber of Bilger's rocks. There's a crevice. Absolutely amazing. We'll pass out through here. It looks like the various places there are inscriptions in the rocks. Of course, you can't do that now, nor would we want to. There's nothing that we want to add to this beauty. And we come out here. It looks like to the exterior of this Boulder fortress with some beautiful rhododendron. This place must look amazing then also in the springtime or early summer when those are in bloom. Just when it looks like we're coming to the outskirts of the formation with another pathway up to the top of the boulders, there is yet another passageway. Let's see where this leads. Turning the corner. Love the green on the rocks. Getting narrower. Oh, really narrow here. Let's see how far back we can go. We'll see if this is truly a dead end or if we see light coming through. Yeah, it looks like as far as we're going to get. We took one of the many trails to the top of the formation, so if you needed just one more reason to love Bilger's rocks, is that it doesn't exist just on one level, but there's a whole top side to explore. Bilger's Rocks is not particularly huge. In fact, you can see just through the trees the pavilion and parking lot where we started, and there's a trail that leads directly here. Looks like there are some rock bridges. I'm looking forward to looking down into some of the fissures through which we climbed. There's one. We'll take a hop over. But as I was saying, it's a multifaceted adventure where you have the exterior of the formation, where you can see the boulders, the huge boulders in their magnificence, and then you can go through passages and courtyards. It looks like you're exploring some ruins of an ancient fantasy castle, and we see some of the courtyards and chambers. But in addition to that, you can explore through the multiple cracks and fissures. Some of them, as we most recently saw, terminate in a dead end, and others, here's another pathway to the top. We'll take a step over this rock. And others wind and twist and curve up on themselves, creating multiple tunnels to explore. But what a fascinating place. Okay, this looks like one we might have gone in. It gets deeper over this way, and here we're approaching the entrance, at least the entrance that we took. I remember that chamber with the remains of a dead fallen hemlock, and this fissure here and this boulder. I'll come over here so you get a better view of it. This boulder sticking up a little bit. Here's where all the main fissures were, the deepest ones that had multiple passageways. That's where they are located. And it looks like the fissures, here's some more, continue on that way to the end of the formation. And this is, I guess, what one could call the central hallway. Tremendous. Okay, I remember when we were down in there, and this is one of the fissures we explored all the way back through there. We are thrilled by the network of trenches. We're standing on top of the formation again. We're looking into trenches then that deepen, straddle this, that deepen into these fissures down into the rocks. Amazing. We love natural beauty. We revel in the wonder of it. We also like strange and unusual things, and Bilger's Rocks is both of those. One of the finest rock formations that we have seen in Pennsylvania. And if you have suggestions of places you would like us to explore and feature at hemlockstateexplorer.com, please leave them in the comments. We've explored hundreds of outdoor adventure destinations throughout Pennsylvania and the surrounding region, and we can say without qualification, without reservation, that Bilger's Rocks is one of our favorite, certainly should be on your top 10 list of must-see adventure destinations. We love Bilger's Rocks for its strangeness, its beauty, and the sheer thrill of adventure exploring it, and we love sharing it with you. And to learn all that you need to know before you go, see the full story at hemlockstateexplorer.com, where you can find this and many other adventures. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.